Hey, you guys. So, this is going to be a special episode because we got some requests on this one. So, Shay, what we doing today?
If you don't know, we are doing sports fashion. We love that the community was like, we need more.
We need more.
So we giving
They
more.
wanted more. We got some guys saying they want more. So, we're going to do an episode on it, and then we're going to do another episode. So, we're going to do 2 episodes for this season. Okay? So, who going to start? You want me to start or you want to start?
You can start.
Okay. I'm going to start with Shay, y'all. How has the prediction of sports fashion changed recently?
So sports is no longer a subcategory. It is the category, especially when it comes to fashion. Like people stop wanting to choose between looking good and feeling comfortable. People are all about feeling comfortable. And if you could do that stylishly, that is where you see the athletic wear, sportswear come in. And so sportswear has grown faster than the broader fashion market in China, the US, in Europe. And this is based off of a 2023 analysis from the Business of Fashion. So imagine now that we're in 2026, where it's at. So that is how the perception of sports fashion has changed. It's like, we rocking it, as you can see. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to ask him to shake it up a little bit. What are you wearing today? And then why did you choose what you wore?
So I kept it really casual, cute. Mo gave us some of the glam, which I'm loving.
Thank you.
The hoodie that I'm wearing is for the Valkyries, which is the newest NBA team for the Bay Area. WNBA team for the Bay Area. So yes, I love the Valkyries. And this is like their inaugural hoodie that I'm wearing. And then I had it with some jeans and I have on some Nikes with it. So, and just some rings to kind of give it a little razzle dazzle, but very casual.
But I love your look because, look, sometimes you just got to keep it simple.
Exactly.
And it is okay to throw on some minimalism.
Yes.
Okay? And that's what Shay is giving today.
Yes.
So I did 49ers because I am a diehard 49er fan.
Boop, boop.
Shay is as well.
Gang, gang.
Bang, bang, Niner gang. But I did Niners because I got this special code for one of our guests that we had on. And she sells, so I'm going to put all her information below.
TNT.
Yes. So she sells vintage. She sells vintage 49ers, Giants. She sells a little bit of everything when it comes to sports. So I wanted to represent her brand, but I also wanted to represent something that I really got, and this is going into my archive.
Yes.
So I wanted to show you guys something that I bought. It is vintage, and it is a very rare vintage 49er coat. So I wanted to put that on, and I wanted to style it up. Did it with heels. I'm trying to keep what I say on the show, like how I do baggy and the tomboy, but I'm trying to keep it sexy, so I wanted to do that as well. So
yeah,
that's what I'm wearing today. I wanted to change it up a little bit, you know.
I love it. I love it. So, Mo, tell us, what sportswear trends are you excited about this season?
So I love that we are getting into gym to the street. So basically, athleisure wear, which is we did an episode on. Y'all go watch it. But I love that people are getting into that. They also get into athleisure wear that is comfortable, and then minimalism, and then like versatile. And I really like that. Like I'm like, we starting to be okay with people being in these spaces where they're comfortable, but also being in the space of, okay, I'm going to the gym, but then I need to run to the store after. And I love that for us because sometimes you cannot do it all. You cannot throw on this high fashion outfit on. So I love that. And then earth tones.
Oh, I love
So
earth
we was
tones.
talking about this on the prediction of 2026 that earth tones is going to be in.
Yes.
And we are definitely going to have an episode where we're going to do earth tones, which I'm very, very excited. But I thought that was really cool. People are going to be wearing a lot of browns and tans and all that stuff. So I thought that was cool. I wanted to keep it really brief with this because we're going to kind of like dive in and it can come back up. So, yeah.
Love that.
Okay. So, Shay, what are the key elements of successful sportswear design?
So function, first, but never at the expense of form. So that's very important. So seamless construction is becoming the standard. So pieces that move with your body. Oh, I love that.
Me
that
too.
is huge. And the transition from the workout to the rest of your day. So, that's what athleisure wear is. And sportswear now is all becoming. It's like, it's not just like a sports thing or a workout thing, but it's your day to day, and how you dress it down or elevate it up depends on you, you know. And then sustainability is no longer a premium feature, it's an expectation, and then you have the bold colors. You talked about colors, getting into the earth tones, but color block silhouettes and customizable designs, so
I love that.
Yeah,
I love it because you want to be comfortable, like, and I do think that fashion can be comfortable. I know we all say, hey, fashion, and I do think that, but sometimes when you're working, you got stuff going on, there's nothing wrong with you making sure you're comfortable so you can get uncomfortable in your environment. Like working out, you're uncomfortable, you want to be comfortable getting uncomfortable,
Exactly.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Mo, how do you style athleisure for everyday wear?
So, this is a fun question. So I would say mix and match. If you're wearing leggings, wear over the top, oversized off the shoulder. You could do a cute oversized hoodie, or you could do a fitted hoodie and do sweats. Just kind of mix and match. I think that helps because then you're changing it up, and then you also changing the fabrication. So you mix in media. Fabric. So I think that's a good one. Layering up. So you can do a jean jacket, a bomber with leggings, and throw some boots on if you want to keep it high fashion, and do tennis shoes with scrunch socks. You can choose the footwear and have it very stylish. So I have like one of my favorite shoes that I just wore today, where they got like shoelaces all over them, sparkly denim type of vibe. But I love wearing them with like scrunch socks and like leggings with an oversized top. So stuff like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And every time I wear them, people be like, what kind? They're so interesting and different, and they weird. That's why I got them. And a lot of people come and ask me. So, do things like that. Like, have fun with your shoe wear. Accessorize. Keep it simple and over the top jewelry. I thought that was really, really cool and unique. Play with colors. Period. Just play with colors. Have fun. If you do black leggings, do a bright red. Red is a very much so in season color. Very trendy. It's gonna be trendy for a little bit too. But don't bright red. You can't go wrong. So yeah, that's what I got.
Love that.
Okay, so Shay, what designers are leading the way in sports fashion?
Oh, this was a hard one because I have such a long list, so I'm going to try to shorten it. So, of course, we know, I'm going to name the common ones, which is, Nike is still taking the lead. Adidas is following right behind. And I really want to give a special shout out to Reebok, because if you have not seen it yet, go watch Netflix Power Moves with Shaq and Allen Iverson, because it shows how they became president and vice president of Reebok and how they are transforming the Reebok shoes. If you don't know that, during their era, it was big for them. That was their brand deal. And so now they're having these younger athletes wear them, like Angel Reese has a brand deal with Reebok. So shout out to Reebok, because I feel like it's underrated, but really they have some great designs. And then you have like these other collaborations that are going on with different brands. Like On Running has a collaboration with Loewe, and then June Ambrose has a collaboration with I think it's Naturalizer, and she actually created a like sports heel. It's supposed to be comfortable like a sports shoe, but it's so that's why I'm like, I could go on and on.
But I
and
love
on.
that we're doing this episode because it was so much information. Like, yeah. And so I'm happy that people requested this. Because it's, Go ahead. You got some more?
Oh, let's see. Do I have some
She
more?
gonna give us a little bit more.
Hoka has a collaboration with, I think it's Marni.
Okay.
And that's kind of giving this luxury feel to the Hoka, because you know Hoka's them big comfortable shoes. And I need to get me some Hokas. Don't you have a pair?
I have some Hokas.
Okay, yeah, I know. I was like, Mo has some Hokas.
I ran in them for the marathon.
Yeah. And so those are like my main ones. But again, like I said, it's like, it's not even just about these big name designers like Nike, but go check out the collaborations that are happening with designers. That's why I'm like, June Ambrose, I'm going to get me a pair. I promise. I promise.
This episode is definitely for the athletes. And definitely touching in on fashion, because fashion is, I mean, no matter what, it's a big thing for athletes because they are in clothes, you know, and it has to be functional. So this is the episode for the athletes, and I'm an athlete.
Yes, you
I
are.
work out a lot, and you know, it's so important to the lifestyle, but I also love fashion too. So it's like both of them together. But I believe that people should open up to sports and understand that side of things. You don't have to be necessarily an athlete. Now, you know, I'm definitely, it took me a long time to get here, but it's cool to like understand them and just kind of understand their grit and all that good stuff. So.
Yeah. And I think it's even, you don't even have to be a diehard fan like we're diehard fans of 49ers. I think that if you're into fashion or really want to get into fashion, there needs to be some level of understanding for sports, because it's like you can't really talk about sports and without fashion now. They really come together.
Yeah. And I mean, no matter what, the Olympics is all sports.
Can we talk about the drip for the Olympics?
The Olympics be dripping. Like I'm so happy for this episode because it's like it's really like fashion is all over the place when it comes to the fans and them doing upcycle. Is from the athletes, from them doing the national anthem or but it's just all type of stuff. It's fashion everywhere, and the looks are being thought about. The fits are fitting. I'm just saying. So yeah.
So, what are your favorite brands for sporty chic looks?
Okay, this is a real good one, and I know a lot of people. So I'm also do fast fashion too, because because some people do wear fast fashion. I don't judge people for wearing fast fashion because I get it. So Fashion Over has some really, really one and dones. It is sporty. So I think Fashion Over is a good one if you are on a budget, or you might you need a thicker size, or your shape is different, because sometimes people are thicker and they just need those type of looks. And even shorter women, because they got all the sizes. So I think Fashion Over is a good place, and if you're thinking of something, most likely Fashion Over have it. So I feel like go on Fashion Over. If you need to go on there, go.
Most of my classes is Fashion Over.
Yeah,
I want to be better, but like you said, because
I wear Fashion Over
it hits
too.
Plus size, it hits the petite woman.
Yeah, it hit. So I wanted to say that because I think I am an upcycle designer, and I do love upcycle, but I also love fashion. So sometimes I have to shop and I have to find stuff. Fashion Over send it fast sometimes. So it just depends, and then also I haven't got to a point where I'm making stuff like full on. You know what I'm saying? I don't, because it's a lot on my body. Sewing is just a lot, period. But so sometimes I have to do what I have to do. So, and I wanted to say that because I wanted to be more relatable, because I never want to judge anybody because I'm an upcycle designer. But I do recycle a lot of my stuff, like how I got the vintage coat on. So I wanted to say Fashion Over first. And then I love Nike. I mean, Nike Tech, you gotta, like, Nike is one of my faves. I love Nike. And it's so crazy because I wear Nikes more of the shoes, and I don't wear, like, the workout clothes anymore, because I found other stuff that I love a little more. But I do like Nike design. So I wanted to put Nike in there. Lululemon. I think Lululemon is very much in trend of what we're talking about. Yes. And it is expensive, but Lululemon has some great butter leggings. When I say they leggings, it's like butter. It's like butter. And I do have several Lululemon. And I really, really love their track jackets. It's like amazing. And then my favorite is Poplush.
Ooh.
And this is a new brand. She's I don't know if she I just say she's Asian American because I don't know if she's Chinese. So I'm gonna say Asian American designer. She draws out her stuff so you can kind of see like her designs and what she's coming with. She also listens to her customers. So she like if something people don't like something or a fit, she will change it. So she like re-releases things. When I say her stuff is amazing, her stuff is amazing. And I have so many different things. A lot of my shrugs are her. I wore a couple of her things on this show. But Populush is amazing. Like, it's awesome. She also has plus size. She has boutique. She has, and that's why I wanted to keep this last. She has boutique. So she caters to a lot of people, and because she's a designer, I think that she knows proportions and all that good stuff. So I really love her, and it's a really good brand to look into. And she does sports, like she's in sports, athleisure wear. Like she makes sure she does a little bit of everything, but it's amazing. Like it's so unique and well designed. So I wanted to give her props up. So. Yeah.
I do have a question. Follow up. I know you like Nike. So I'm curious on your thoughts about the Nike collab with Skims. How are you feeling about that?
I really didn't look at it. But I think it's always good to collab with when you are a brand like that with popping brands because they always bring money to both. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're going fashion and all that stuff is all about money. So you know, it's $1 billion. I think it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Yes. Fashion, athletes, sportswear, all that stuff is multi-billion. But it's good marketing. So I think it's dope that they did it together. One thing I do like about Skims, I do love the skin tones. That's like one of my favorite things about Skims. Because I do think when you wear like underclothes and stuff like that, sometimes you do need that skin tone so people can't see certain stuff. Like you need it for certain looks and stuff like that. So I do enjoy that because when it comes to fashion, like I say about Fashion Nova, it's about the need of things. So sometimes when you're into, and you could be but I've always been honest. I love fashion. So I'm not just upcycle. You know, I'm fashion, period. Like I will never let go of certain things. That's never been my brand either. But when you need something, you need it. Yeah. So, you know, it was a smart move.
It is. And I think like I haven't did like a lot of research on the collaboration, but I just based off one of the two brands, like Skim is all, like you said, it's with the different tones and it makes it a minimalistic brand.
Yeah.
And then I think the collaboration with Nike is because they have that technology for like longevity, durability. And so I think like bringing those together makes it amazing. So, but it's definitely something I want to continue to look into because I haven't really did a deep dive on the collab.
And minimalism will always be in.
Absolutely.
Like it would never go out of style. Minimalism is polished. So it will never go out of style. And also too, you know, no matter what your style is, always know a little bit of minimalism.
Absolutely.
Who is one of the biggest celebrity of minimalism is Solange. She be looking on point. Like everything she wears is amazing. But she keeps everything simple and it's just be breathtaking. Like all her stuff is just very polished. So love her stuff. I just wanted to bring that up because I know a lot of people be like, "What is minimalism?" You know, but the two together, I think it was a good call. It was a really really good call. Okay, how does sustainability play a part in modern sportswear?
So, just like any brand in fashion and any style in fashion, recycled polyester and ocean plastics is coming into play with sustainability in sports fashion. Performance fabrics are being engineered with lower impact, and then you have like longevity, durability are becoming the selling point. So when you're buying these pieces, the point is to make sure they're durable and last long, so you're wearing them multiple times. And Mo can vouch as being an athlete, that is very important. You don't want to have to constantly replace your workout clothes or your athleisure wear. And consumers are demanding that transparency from the brand. They want to know, what is the material coming from? How are you being sustainable? Now just saying, oh, we're a sustainable brand is not enough. What does that mean? You know, so it's huge, and I'm here for it. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. Because I do think that a lot of stuff should be more sustainable, because I know they have all this stuff with, you know, like the chemicals and all that stuff with working out. Okay.
So how can you mix sportswear with high fashion pieces?
I mean,
Exactly.
no, it's just like, I mean, you definitely, I'm just going to answer this one. You definitely want to have fun. You want to bring your style into it. But I would say find things that you love. So I would say find vintage. See how I got my vintage coat. Vintage things, upcycle, a lot of layering, put over the top jewelry. Like, it's so many things you can do. Wear heels, you know, just to change it up. But I would say play with different things with your look. You can even just throw a hat on and just be dressed up at the bottom, you know, and just make sure that the proportions are right and everything. And it'll make it high fashion. So I would say that I want to keep this one simple, because it should be very simple. You shouldn't have to overthink this, especially when you know your style. You can keep it simple and just have fun. But you could just do a simple look and just have a lot of over the top jewelry, and that'll make it very high fashion. Yeah.
I like that one. Straight to the point.
Yeah, right. Straight to the point. That's what I was like. Okay. What impact does social media has on sports fashion trends? It's a good question.
Yeah. So social media, you know, it's the fastest way to figure out what a trend is happening, and especially with sports, you have the tunnel walks that is huge for the athletes. Like, when they are partaking in that tunnel walk, it is very intentional, and I look forward to it. You have sneaker drops that are amplified through the hype culture. TikTok is accelerating those micro trends in active wear. Influencers blur that line between athlete and stylist, and viral moments, it just drives resale markets. So social media is really huge for sports fashion trend. I mean, that's where you go to know what's going on.
Okay. So. Yeah, I do agree.
So, Mo, which athletes' styles do you admire and why?
Ooh, this one is so interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go backwards. So, I have Jalen Hurts. I have Cam Newton. And then I did all football players, because I'm a football girl. I love football. And then I have Stephon Diggs. And so I want to touch on... So I like Jalen Hurts, because I like that he dressed more mature. I feel like for his age, he's very much so like on that grown man. Like he does suits, and I love how he does like the tops with the quarter zip, with like the pants, with a nice belt, with nice shoes. Like, he actually thinks about things, but it's given to me 30s and to 50s. Like, he has that look, like an old school dad coming in, like in those times, and yeah, just like a husband old in those old times. And it's just like straight fashion. Like, I love his looks. I love the color combos that he has. With Cam Newton, he's very eclectic. Not eclectic.
Or like he likes to say, eclectic.
Not eclectic, but he's very eclectic. And I like him because he is different, and he himself. He also said on one of his shows, I watch his show, so Cam, I watch the show a lot. But he said it on one of his shows, I don't like to look like nobody else. I'll buy the stuff that I buy because ain't nobody gonna have it. And I actually enjoy that about you, because that's what style is about. So I had to pick him because I love that. I also like that he's super tall, and I like that he plays with proportions. And I know a lot of people is not gonna agree with me, but I like that he's weird in his fashion, and he speaks, and you gonna look at him if he walk past you because he's tall, but also you like, why does he have that on? But that's what fashion is about. It's about turning heads. It's about being in your face a little bit, and being interesting where you like, where did he get that from? Or like, I'll be liking pieces off of him. Like, I could wear that. So I enjoy that about Cam Newton. And then me and Shay was kind of talking about this, but we gonna talk about it now. We gonna kind of open it up. But Stephon Diggs. And I like Stephon Diggs because he's a risk taker. And some things is kind of questionable, but then it's some things that I'm just like, dude, what? So I like some stuff with stuff. I like when men in fashion take risks. I think it's very interesting now because I feel like we're in a time where a lot of men are taking risks. I feel like back in the day, like when we was coming up as a millennial, a lot of guys didn't take a risk. So I think it was very trend, cookie cut. And I like stuff that's not cookie cut. I like people to be themselves. And I think that's really cool that people are stepping into fashion and they're doing different things. So I want Shay to step in and chime in. So we're just going to have a conversation on this.
So I love that you chose those three because I think it's a great example of different types of personalities with style. So you have Jalen Hurts, it's really not about style for him, but it's about the business aspect, right? And I think he's malleable of like saying, I'm an athlete, but I'm also a businessman. And so you can see that transition easily, right? Now with Cam Newton, yes, he is the perfect, like you said, a perfect example of style. Whether you agree with it or not, when you see Cam Newton, you know his style. If you saw something that was like created, because he definitely plays with layering, which I love, and I think he does it well because he understands his proportions, like you said. And again, you don't have to always agree with what he wears because I don't, but what I can do is respect that man has style.
Yeah, but when you see them pieces, you're gonna know what to pick for him.
And he cracks me up too because he make up all his own words too, like eclectic. But stay 10 toes down. I'm here for it. And then you have Stephon Diggs is a prime example of who wants to kind of be a trendsetter, but playing with trends and still kind of discovering their style. You're kind of seeing him go through that transition. He is what I mentioned earlier is the hit or miss for me. The miss is the proportions. I think that because of his stature, wearing crop items, he has to be mindful of because of his stature. So I don't think he can't do it. He can do it. It's just how he does it. So that's why a lot of times his looks can be a miss for me. But I think those are all like three great examples of which you used and picked, and I could talk about them all day too.
Yeah, I think with what you said about Stephon Diggs, I think with some people don't know about proportions with fashion, and this is why we have fits and facts, because we want to teach these type of things, but it's also a length on crop. So like I can't wear certain crop because I'm super tall, so it'll be super short on me. Right. So because I'm a revamper, like for example, I revamp people and see, this is sports fashion, so this is perfect topic. So we were in the Oakland Marathon, my gym. We were in the Oakland Marathon, and a lot of people didn't like the Nike fit because sometimes their stuff fits too snug. I like the top part because it fit me well, but a lot of people didn't like just the fit, just period. So I revamped some tops and stuff like that to be able, because these are runners, like we're running, we need our shoulder blades, we need all these things, we need to move, and movement is so important when you're running, because if you are uncomfortable running, it sucks. But my point is, I did a lot of cropping. And I was asking people, what type of crop do you want? Because it's different type of crop. Do you want to have a crop where you're showing your bra? Because people are wearing sports bras. So some women want to, change the color and have like a complement color to that. So they're asking for, okay, I want it a little shorter so I can show my bra. So I did that for one of the athletes. Then I don't want to show my stomach, but she wanted it to be cropped so it can be just over her butt. That area. So I got it. So it was like different things, but I cropped it in a way where it was long enough so it can still cover things and not make her look short. Mm-hmm. So you have to know how to do those proportions. And I think sometimes people buy stuff and be like, okay, this is perfect. Or people get stuff instant. So as a stylist, sometimes them alterations, it change the game when it comes to looks that we style. So I just wanted to say that. And I am a revamper, so I will crop something in a minute if I need to, just so it can fit me. So I just wanted to say that because it is so important. Shay, what you gotta add? Cause girl,
I know we can go on and on all day on this topic.
So what we gonna do? We gonna bring another episode back with this topic.
Yes.
We can touch on some more of this stuff on that episode. So then we can give y'all a little more. Okay? Is that all right?
Maybe we do like a breakdown the athletes.
Yeah.
There we
can do that. We can add it onto the episode because it's about sports too. It's a little different topic, but it's still got sports in there.
Yeah, because we got to touch on the women too.
Yeah, we got to touch on the women. So, and the fans. Fans and the women,
Yes.
But we could throw the athletes in there too. It's all sports fashion. Yeah. So, what we about to do, Shay?
We gonna close this episode out, and again, we've been saying this and we'll say this again. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, you hit that like button, follow. And as you see, this episode came out of the community saying we want more. So we are listening. So please, we want to hear from you. Okay?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We'll be back.